A friend of mine worked in a big and competitive office where people spent way too much time trying to damage each other's reputation with other people in the office, sometimes even with people outside the office. It was pretty rough. And she was telling me that she had developed a language that worked for her in a certain kind of situation. Somebody comes along, talks to her about how awful that person is or the terrible things that person does, and she developed this phrase, "I'm so sorry that's your experience of so-and-so. That's not been my experience of them, and I guess I'm glad for it." Or whatever, fill in the blank on that last sentence, but the idea was to always say, "That's not been my experience of that person." It was a way for her to not let in those icky images, but rather to just let them bounce off. Humans talk, and the sacred voices of each other is one of the greatest gifts we have ever been given, to listen to one another. It's beyond description beautiful. But humans can talk in really destructive ways. And we all need our system to bounce off those horrible images that somebody casts of someone else, or pictures that are drawn with words that hurt and sometimes devastate. We all need a tool, or 5 or 10, to not let that stuff seep into our souls, and also to not let ourselves be passive while that conversation goes on. You develop your system, I've developed mine, that friend developed hers. We need to be strong for goodness and not gossips, because we're love first.